Hello, my name is Sebastian Herkner. I'm guest of honor at Cologne Fair 2016. I designed das Haus and talking now to QuartoSala. So I hope you like this report and like das Haus. Thank you. You're welcome. Welcome is very important for our idea of das Haus. We wanted to have an open house, a house about openness and hospitality. And when we started this project in April 2015, the Cologne Fair invited us if we would like to do das Haus, and of course we wanted to do das Haus because it's a great honor to be guest of honor here and it's fantastic. But we wanted to do something more about an attitude, a statement, not a normal house with strong walls. We wanted to have something with a message. So we wanted to have this open, transparent house, this flexible house. And together with our partner, Nia Nordiska, we developed textiles regarding transparency, for example, in nice colors. And we got also inspired by new architectural facades like metal sheets with holes which are pleated. So we transferred this attitude of architectural elements to textiles. And this was very important for us to get a house which is soft, and it's a place you can really live in, and we invite all the people here for lunch, to spend here, to use the furniture. It's not a museum, it should be really a place to stay. For me, the textile is really a good material to work in an idea of acoustic isolation, to get it cozy and warm, but also with the moving curtains you change the layout of the house, and the people outside can look in and we can look outside, so you have different angles to look, and this is quite interesting. And in general, the layout of the house is very open. We are sitting here now in the kitchen and dining room area, and there's also the courtyard which connects the living room, so there are not really walls in between. There are some curtains hanging down which are like filters, so you get not a sharp image of the background. You can just look through and it's a little bit miracle, and you see some silhouette of a person passing by. So this was very important, to work with material and a quantity of 600 square meters of textile. You know, the transparency, the idea here of the house to do it open and about hospitality is also based on aspects of society, of political movements, of the situation with the refugees now. I wanted to have this very open and welcoming. I think we should be curious about new neighbors, about new cultures, about this mix. And I really like to travel. I went to Colombia to do some projects, some rugs and potteries and blankets there recently we present here, and it was a big welcome to the culture there, and it was so interesting to see the culture, to understand the materials, the people, to eat there, to smell there, and this is so important, to use all the senses to understand the culture. And all this aspect I wanted to bring also here to Cologne, to das Haus. I wanted to bring all the senses about smelling and tasting also to das Haus, because these senses on design fairs, they are not often used, maybe in the evening for a cocktail, but we serve food here in das Haus to really bring people together. It's about communication, to connect people, to taste the food. We organized here, we cook here for das Haus, and there's something specific also if you enter the bathroom. And this is something connected to my life in Offenbach, where my studio is based, and I also graduated there at the University of Art and Design in Offenbach. And in summer, when we have lunch outside the studio or we do barbecue, if the wind comes from the right direction, you can smell on one day roses, on the other day daffodils or lilies. And this is because 300 meters away from our studio there's a soap factory, Haus. They produce for a lot of German stores, drugstores. And I wanted to bring this experience to smell something to das Haus. And I think to smell something or also to taste something is something you can't take with a picture of or a clip. It's something you really have to keep in your mind. And this is a quite good training nowadays because you take a lot of pictures of your smartphone and sometimes 1 minute later you have forgot it or you haven't seen it with your real eyes because you're just looking through the camera. And here, if you enter the bathroom of das Haus, you can smell the roses a little bit in the air. And then with the second view or third view, you see these beautiful tiles, vertical tiles like bricks at the wall behind the Agape products. And there is the whole wall is covered with soap, done at this small factory next to my studio. And it's something really, I think, people are talking about here on the fair because it's something completely different to smell design. And this is very important, and I think senses are so important to use and be open. This is one of the messages I want to show also here on the fair. Well, I graduated 9 years ago. And I established my studio 10 years ago, and I'm still in Offenbach. And my first product, which came to the market, was more or less the bell table for Classicon, which shows already my approach into materials, colors, color combinations, material combinations, and the sense for crafts. And this was maybe one of these special moments for me to see the glass blowers working. So now I work a lot for Vereum, a Czech brand, to the artistic direction, which is a brand working with mercury glass, this mirrored glass. So step by step, I was growing. At the beginning I had my studio in my apartment, now we have a separate studio, now we work in a team of 4 people. We work in completely different fields, which is very interesting. We do intercultural projects, we do project regarding lights, tables, furniture, porcelain, but also now starting with interior project and technology and projects. So it's very interesting. We also develop products. It gets more and more complex, but I like this different aspects and directions because it's always important to grow, to go a step further, never stop. And I really like my job. It's my passion. I don't need any discipline to go to work because it's, some people will call it maybe hobby, so I really love what I do.